Hello, Year 3. Would you like to see some teeth? No, not mine, although they will be quite useful. No, I'm talking about some animal teeth. Now, a few weekends ago, my husband and I, when you were still allowed out, went mudlarking, which is a wonderful activity where you go down on the banks of the Thames at low tide and rummage around in the pebbles and see what you can find. And we found an awful lot of little objects, mostly pieces of very old broken pottery, but we also found some teeth. Now, we think these are animal teeth, mostly because of how large and small they are and the shape of the jaw bones that they're sitting in. So I'll show you the first one. You get an idea of the size. A little bit bigger than a human. I think this is from the side of an animal's face, like that. So that's what I'm calling A in the photo on the activity. I'll just turn it so you can see the shape. Out the light a bit, there we go. You can see they're quite pointy and jagged along the top there, very sharp. Okay, so that's A. Now B has this very long jaw, and they've got teeth only in the back half of the jaw that have survived. There might have been some more at the front here, we don't know, because the bone is broken. But again, I think that's the side of the animal. So these are the animal's back teeth. That probably would have a few front teeth as well, sticking down the front there. And again, I think this is the lower jaw of the animal, so it would have been chewing like that. Again, a little bit about the same size as normal human teeth. Definitely not a human jawbone. Now, that's what I'm calling B. C is even more exciting. Even bigger, look at that. That's just one tooth, one big again back tooth. And here you can see the holes. Now when the gums were still there, all this would have been hidden, but these are the holes that the feet, or the roots of the teeth, sit in the jaw, which is quite interesting. And you can see the root of that back teeth going right down into the bone there. That's how your teeth grow in your mouth as well. So when you get a really, really bad toothache, a really, really bad toothache, and the dentist has to drill through your tooth, that's the bit they're trying to get to, because that's where all the nerves are in your teeth that cause you to have a toothache and give you that pain signal. The top of your tooth doesn't have any nerves at all. It's all made of enamel, this hard substance, which doesn't break down so easily. Now, this kind of tooth is definitely a molar, which is what's called a grinding tooth, and that's for chewing up tough, hard substances, much like leaves, grass, fruits, stems, and that sort of stuff. That's something that eats plants would eat. Right, so that's what we would use for chewing at the back of our mouths. Now I don't have any front animal teeth to show you, but if you think about ours, these ones at the front are your incisors, and those are the ones which do the biting and cut through things. Now as humans, we also have a third type of tooth. That one, the pointiest ones, are our canines, which means the dog-like teeth. As dogs are carnivores, and we also eat meat like a carnivore. So we need those fangy-like teeth for gripping onto the meat and tearing it apart. So that's what those sharp front cornery teeth are for. Now carnivores also have back teeth, but those back teeth are also very sharp and pointy for tearing the meat and chopping it into chunks. Right, they don't need that grinding action quite so much. They want to slice and dice things. So you have different teeth for different jobs. You've got your molars at the back for grinding up plants, especially if you're a herbivore. You've got incisors at the front for chopping up things, biting and slicing down. Again, if you're a herbivore, that'd be useful for chopping a bit of grass. And if you're a carnivore or an omnivore like us, which eats everything, not just meat, Then you need these meat tearing ones, those canines, which will rip and slice the meat apart. And my final tooth, we found just the one tooth of this. Goodness knows if we'd found the whole jaw, that would have been very exciting, because look at that. It's absolutely enormous. I think how big even my wisdom teeth are, right at the back. Just look at that. Now, it's up to you. Do you think this tooth belonged to a herbivore that eats plants? Do you think this tooth belonged to a carnivore that eats meat? Or do you think this tooth could belong to an omnivore that eats everything? Or both, whatever it can find. It certainly belonged to a very large animal, and it would have belonged to an animal that we can find in Britain. So it's not going to belong to an elephant or a tiger, because you wouldn't find elephant teeth and tiger teeth in the Thames. So it's a British animal. It could be a native or it could be a farm animal that somebody had cut up for meat and thrown away the bones in the river. But it's definitely enormous. Look at that, just for scale. That's a tooth the size of my thumb. So you can imagine how excited we were when we found that. You can see there the roots that would settle it into the jaw. So in the animal's mouth it would just stick up like that at the top, and you can only see that much. Alright, so what you've got is a photograph of the 4 teeth that we found. Oops, can't really hold that up, show you. A whole row of quite sharp and pointy teeth like that. B, long jawed animal, which had back teeth and possibly some front teeth at the front. C, great big teeth at the back, being quite blunt. And D, giant tooth. Right, but what was this giant tooth for? What do you think? Have a think. Let me know in the comments. If you're not sure, what I suggest you do is have a Google of animal skulls, and if you put herbivore skull, carnivore skull, omnivore skull, or herbivore teeth, carnivore teeth, omnivore teeth, into Google Images, then you should get lots of different pictures of the different teeth and the different skull shapes that you can use to compare and think like a jigsaw. Which one does this match? Does this seem similar to D? Does it seem similar to C? Does it seem similar to A? Which one do I think matches the best? When you've got an idea, if you even want to guess a particular animal, then again Google that animal's skull, because if you just look for the animal while it's alive, it might have a big display of its front teeth, but you won't be able to see the back teeth so easily, and that's what we've mostly got here, is the back teeth. So again, have a Google of those skulls. Let me know what you think in the comments.